Yeah, I still remember that Bigfoot. That delivery train, I still remember that.
Go around the roundabout, first exit.
We're not going around the roundabout, are we?
Take the exit.
You don't ever go around a roundabout if you're taking
Left
the first
turn
exit.
Ahead.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Turn left.
Why not the X11? Because I still see issues with the X11. Like, mostly to do with when you start the game. Wait, what the heck are we going?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Where's the pickup point? Is that it? Shush! Oh yeah, as if you'd have the gates open outwards. As if.
Welcome back.
Yeah, there they are. There's the vans. Dodgy van dealer. MRM, welcome back.
Welcome to the Nut
Yeah, Squirrel, we've got these vans that we want shipping down to Portsmouth, alright? Yeah, no questions asked, alright? There's a good lad. Yeah, sure. What's in the vans? You don't need to look in the vans, Squirrel, mate. Yeah, just take him to Portsmouth, mate. Yeah, it's all good, yeah.
To the Nut House.
That's what's going on here. Dodgy van dealers.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Okay. Captain Orange trousers over there. It could be full of nuts. Yeah. Could be full of flour as well. I don't know. I mean, Iceland's well known for its
Right
nuts
turn
and flour
ahead.
exports.
Turn right.
Dre, thank you very much for gifting us sub, Dre. One sec.
Welcome to the Nut House.
To Nuke for Prez. Welcome back. Deep Irish, thanks for 29.
Go around the roundabout, third exit.
There could be people in the back of the vans, what, trying to get out of Iceland.
Nut House.
Don't make us stay in Iceland. It's far too beautiful.
Take the exit.
We hate it here. This trailer is way too long and does not have a steering axle. This is going to be a bit of a problem trailer, this one.
Welcome back.
Looks like we're all good for fuel.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Can't believe this sub notifications are still going. That's just actually insane. Scartina, I don't even know where we're up to.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Looking at the van's wheels, they could be highly tuned transits. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Low riders and everything. Fast vans for getaway vans, that's what they are.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Oh, I've done that a few times, Connor. It's never fun, mate.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Whoa, what the heck? I wonder if they ever add a replay functionality to this. Twitch is throwing up in a corner somewhere.
Welcome
Sounds about
to
right.
the Nut House.
Oh yeah, that's true. The end of credits. I don't think we'll even get through. They'll probably be scrolling like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Because what it does is it works out, like, I tell it how long the outro is, and then it works out how many things it has to get through, and then sets the rate based on that. So given how many things it has to get through, it's going to be like the end of an American sitcom. The van should have been blue. It doesn't match my truck. It's just been played out with the Benny Hill music. How cool would that be? The end credits have gone through more than once sometimes. It can happen if the timing's wrong. You ran out of Mrs. Squirrel Cake, Baz. Uh-oh. That didn't take long. Now, Baz, do you regret sharing one of your cakes? Because if you hadn't have done that, you'd still had a cake right now to enjoy.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Right, I have no idea, sir. I've no idea what they're up to.
Welcome back, Nut.
Not as bad as the Frome scandal. Is that what we're calling it now? The Frome scandal? Oh, just saw the whale again. The Frome cake scandal. That's what we call it. The Frome cake scandal. That actually sounds like an official scandal.
Welcome back, Nut.
The Frome cake scandal is a total lie. No, it's not. Don't live in denial, Frome. You know what you did. Dre had to share one with Lol Socket? Why do you want to get half a cake, Dre? Oh my god. The pain, the misery. Whoa, dude, don't be overtaking and then suddenly hitting the brakes on me like that, alright, bro? You know? Doesn't work out for you, does it? That's just scumbag driving right there. Expecting me to slow down. You didn't know ladders could go that fast? Obviously not got a ladder engine. You had the same amount of cakes as Baz, and you had 2 blueberry ones, and Mutt and his wife really liked the blueberry. Motley got the one that you gave him, bro. You didn't tell him about the other ones. You walked into his house with a cake. You didn't tell him about the other cakes, or what other flavours you had. Exactly, you failed to mention the other options. That was the Frome cake scandal right there. You brought in a flavour of cake that Muttley doesn't really like. Only his missus does. That was the Frome cake scandal.
Welcome to the Nut House. Welcome back,
Oh, coach driver, don't be cutting those bends up.
Welcome to the Nut House.
He does like it. He said that on Sunday. I'm just telling you what he said to me. He said, oh, it's not really a flavour I like, but the missus and the daughter like that flavour. That's what he said.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Oh my god, these notifications. I reckon it'll be like 8 o'clock before they stop.
Welcome to the Nut House.
I'd love to visit Iceland, Connor.
Welcome back.
I just need to save up a lot of money first, because it's not a cheap place. Like, pretty much everything in Iceland is imported.
Welcome back. Nut.
The next convention, me. Flight Sim Expo in Cosford. Next month.
Happy anniversary. Nut.
Reykjavik is a great night out. I bet you it's like £10 for a beer. I heard it's like £6 for a coffee.
Happy anniversary.
£10 for a beer is cheap. Why then? What? In London, a beer is like 5-6 quid. If you're getting charged £10 for a beer in Norway, why then you should brew beer. Get Durka over there and brew beer. Martin H, thank you for 5 years, Martin. Enjoy that lovely acorn, Martin. It's finally done. Yay! Oh, thanks, Rye. Thanks for gifting 5 more subs.
To the Nut House.
Because, you know, we haven't heard the sub notification sound for a while. Okay, that's got to happen.
Welcome to the Nut House.
That's weird.
Welcome to the Nut House. Welcome to the Nut House. Welcome to the Nut House.
It's Promods Iceland. Iceland's in Promods. That's what you mean. Oh, Plymouth Reliance, thank you for another 5. Gifting 5 more subs. Please remember to thank the gifter, guys, if you get gifted a sub. Thank you very, very much for gifting more subs, Plymouth and Rye.
Welcome back.
You have a female friend who lives in Sweden. She says milk is €7. Wait, for how much?
Welcome back.
Nice driving, Mr. Van Driver. Real nice driving. 10 out of 10, GG. 4 pints for £7. They do have cows in Sweden, you know.
Welcome back.
Wait, what, Whiteland? How have you managed to drop 19 subs, Whiteland?
Welcome to the Nut House.
I thought the only number you could choose was 20. Are you hacking the API again, Whiteland? Nobody drops 19. You wanted an even number again. Yeah, but I thought you couldn't do that. I thought you had to choose like 5, 10, 20. Oh, you can pick any number, fair enough. Thank you very, very much, Wyland, for gifting 19 subs. It's very generous. And please remember to give him a thank you. If you have a friend from the States, went to Iceland and then London, said London was cheap. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Iceland is insane. I can't imagine what salaries they have to pay people in Iceland just so they can afford to live there. What about the heating costs as well?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Or do they all have geothermal power or something?
Ay, 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 ay.
Mika Squirrel, you missed my resub. But yes, you didn't. Scumbag.
To the Nut House.
Ooh, look at the sun in the mirror. Oh, nice.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Same as Norway, Sweden, Denmark if it comes to alcoholic beverages. Wait a minute, how much do you get charged for a beer in Norway and Sweden then? I mean, tax in the UK, tax on alcohol is insane. But it sounds like it's a lot cheaper than that.
Left turn ahead.
Welcome back.
Last Friday you paid €12 for a beer in Oslo.
Turn left.
£8 for half a litres, why then? Why is it so expensive?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Is that like just down to tax? That's actually insane. Do people just brew their own then?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Why are they taxing it so hardcore? Do they just not want you to drink beer or? Flipping heck. You guys must like fly to other countries and just gorge on beer.
Welcome back. Later.
You paid €15 for a sandwich and a bottle of Pepsi at the Oslo airport. Whoa.
Later.
Yeah, go to France and buy wine.
Welcome back. Later.
That's actually shocking. Pints of Birra Moretti in a pub in Truro is £6.
Welcome to the Nut House.
That's as expensive as London. Wait, so why, when you fly out of Norway, are you able to buy loads of stuff duty-free and save an absolute fortune on alcohol?
Welcome back.
Yeah, obviously there's a limit, but...
Welcome to the Nut House.
Well, no, there's not anymore, Baz. It used to be. Namari. Thank you for 18 months, Namari.
To the Nut House.
Wow, the suspension killing road.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Dude, don't be stopping on a hill, you utter scumbag. Like, why would you even do that?
To the Nut House.
Why would you even do that? There was no junction. He just decided, you know what, I feel like stopping here on the hill because I have no physics to deal with. I bet people in Iceland make their own, like, beer and stuff. I bet they brew their own. Missed a gear. Maybe. Can't imagine the AI being programmed to miss a gear. Mr. Watchtower with 5 new subs. Did that round it up for your Watchtower? Has that given you a nice even number like Whiteland did? Iceland has got some good vodka. Really? Thank you again, Watchtower.
Aye, 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 aye.
Welcome back.
How do you get used to the gears of the... How do you get used to the gears of the different trucks so fast? What was this guy?
Welcome to the Nut House.
I don't know, Pepsi. I think it's just like... Unless you substantially change the layout, it's not so bad. This is like driving in TMP, you know, when the vehicles suddenly like snap forward. Need to make sure the notifications keep going. Oh my god. Your employer makes the luxury vodka in Iceland. What, and sells it, or for like private use? DAF XF Euro 6 is what we're in. Oh, those blue lights are showing up on the ground. I like that. I like the blue LEDs now. They look fab. I think we should have a photo with those LEDs. They look great. Pork scratchings and Jack Daniels is the worst combination ever. I could probably think of worse, to be honest. The lighting's not ideal. Yeah, we'll probably have to do a sleep at some point, Connor. However, it's not actually going to go completely dark, is it? And there's nowhere to rest. god. I put too much orange squash in that, and now I've got mango face. Oh man. Orange and mango squash, it's so nice. Except when you put too much in it. There's something about mango that just... Oh. Watchtower, thank you, gifting sub to Lily Sims.
Welcome back, Nato.
Left turn ahead.
Is it the time of the low dash? Yes. Bottom left.
Turn left.
Left? Okay. Yeah, it has a temperature 1 Celsius and then it has the time 0, 10 hours. Cooking in your house at the moment, but everyone has asked for different meals. I'm basically a Witherspoon. Do you know what, Capstad? Whenever that happens in our house, I just say to Mrs. Squirrel, I said, the way to do this is just tell them what you're prepared to make. You say, this is what we're having for tea, and if you don't want to have that, feel free to make your own. That's all you need to do. Otherwise, they'll have you running around making like 5 different meals. Fusion Distress, thank you for 19. Like, you are not a Weatherspoons, don't act like one. Honestly, me and Mrs. Squirrel is like good cop, bad cop. I'll be like, nope. No way we're doing that. Mrs. Squirrel will be like, oh, I'll do it. I'll do it for him. Okay. Oh, I'm a lot more firm, Connor. If they want to get yes for a question, they go to Mrs. Squirrel. It's basically like that. She's the soft target. It's a mother's love, Bob. Yeah, but you know, I keep telling her, it's one thing to love your kids, but it's also the fact that you have to make them stand on their own feet. And also, they'll trample all over you all day long if you let them. They'll take the mick. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So yeah, you've got to be like, you can't have your mother going around making 4 or 5 different meals. So she'll make a meal, and then you just decide if you want that meal. And if you don't, make your own meal. Doing well, Rye, thank you. Your wife's like that with your all-time Pringle. Oh man, I thought we had the brake on. Better for rubbernecking. Oh, you don't want to know what happens. We don't want to be rubbernecking, do we? Yeah, we do. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, let's slow down and have a look. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Quick, get the camera out. Who's got a phone? Let's take photographs, put them on Facebook. Ooh. Look at this. Come on, let's Facebook this now. That's real life, right there. Mr. Capstad, hello, welcome to Capstad. Can I take your order, please? Yeah, can I Can I have a sweet and sour chicken with rice, please, Capstat, and some prawn crackers? Oof. Still haven't seen a rest area. You've disabled your Facebook news. Oh my god. Are you, Joe? It must be the dad thing in us, Joe. Sweet and sour chicken was voted the nation's favourite takeaway dish. Wow. And you know what? Out of all the Chinese meals, it's actually one of the easiest to make. Oh, we've got a rest area here, I think. Yep.
Go around the roundabout, second exit. Take the exit.
Yeah, I think Chinese is possibly more popular than fish and chips now, I don't know. Wait.
Make a U-turn.
Okay, that's told me a complete dummy. I don't fancy reversing this and lower parking. Yeah, but he wasn't taking me to the parking space. Was he? Oh, excuse me. I'm just coming for the rest. $11 AM, that was a bit of a long sleep.
Aye, aye, aye.
Well, it's a dead road anyway, so nobody's going that way. It's not even on the map. Food from 1 second. I find it's not fair that everyone is blaming Frome 8 for the whole cake thing. What, you mean the whole Frome cake scandal? It was me that wanted all the cakes. Also, we had 2 blueberry cakes. And the other Fromes wanted some different flavours, so Frome 8 didn't have a choice. Frome, are you trying to defend Frome? That's what it sounds like.
Go around the roundabout, first exit.
They'll be making movies one day of the Frome cake scandal.
Aye, 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 aye.
We wasn't, Bob, until Frome bought it back up again. Frome sentient bot. I didn't like that blueberry cake either, but Food Frome loved it. By the way, Frome ate only got 1/16 of the cake.
Take the exit.
Food Frome made him share it with the other 15 of us. I might have threatened to gift a few hundred subs with his PayPal account. Oi. Joe Milk, thank you for 39 months. What kind of PC? Just a custom built one. It's not a branded one. Just back from a flying lesson, Matty. Traffic was a nightmare on the way home. Time to settle into the stream. A flying lesson? Ooh, what are you up to? We're heading down to Portsmouth, Dylan. CSJ, how you doing, sir? Anyone got iOS 13? Don't think so. When does it roll out? I normally wait for the first patch anyway. Like 13.01. Waiting to sign papers for a company I co-own. Ooh. It's releasing in September. Straight on level stuff for getting reference points, right. Nice. 13.1 is already out on beta. Yeah, I don't want the beta. There's one thing I don't want my phone to be, and that's buggy. He's gonna pull out. Yep, not waiting for you, pal. I just noticed the indicators on the dash. Like 2 dashes and a tiny arrow. iOS 13 releases on 17th of September. Oh boy. It's your 4th of many lessons. You're flying a PA-28 Warrior G-bit. I like that. I like the tail. G-bit. PA-28's a good plane. It's an enjoyable plane to fly, PA-28. At first I was kind of freaked out by the flap being a lever, but retrospect, I actually like it. Like a giant handbrake. It means you can kind of deploy the flap exactly how you want it very quickly.
Right turn ahead.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Stay there, pal. Stay there. Jason B, thank you for 31 months.
turn right.
The flap freaks you out, why? I think we're going to hit the barriers with this. Oof. I've already played Wreckfest before, Kazza. You have to go and pick up your son, Watchtower. Dude. I don't know what to say. But thank you for all your support. And have a great evening. You saw a tail number G wife? Blimey.
Aye, 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 aye.
Just a big believer in the fact that nose will fall or jump. Okay. Well, it does that anyway, no matter which plane you fly. It's going to do that. Because you're changing the angle of attack, so that's always going to happen. Put it this way, at least with the lever you know where you stand. Yeah, you bring it up to a certain click and you know exactly where it is. And you can basically do it without even looking. When you get to like other planes and they've got a flat, like a powered thing on them, and then the notch doesn't work or the indicator doesn't work, and you literally have to look out of the window when you're doing it and then let go at the right time. So that's about 20 degrees. That's a lot worse than just going click. Watchtower with another 1,000 bits. One last gift. Thank you again, Paul and says thank you, Watchtower. Thanks. Unbelievable amount of bits. Just need to practice, that's all. Today was the first time we got to taxi as well. Flight sim told me well. It's funny, isn't it? Like people say, did a flight sim help you when you were learning to fly? And the answer is absolutely yes. But you'll find that when you go back to the sim, you'll do things differently, having flown a real plane. You'll take what you learned in the sim to the plane, and you'll take what you learn in the plane back to the sim. It's a two-way thing. Yeah, you can, Morty, because it keeps squirreling around. Yeah, she's getting there, Connor. She can hobble around a bit more now. Capite. Uh-oh. You're not joking, Cornwall boy.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Ultra Neil, thank you for subbing, Ultra Neil. Welcome to the Nut House. Anybody want a chocolate chip cookie? Well done, Matty. You do? There you go. Nom nom nom. No, CSJ, we don't do that anymore. Don't give it to Frome, we won't share it. Making you hungry. Well, the good thing is, Thomas, you're quite free to go and get some food. I'm not stopping you. How far from the ferry? Let's have a look. So we've got to go through this whole twisty thing first. Roasted squirrel. Mm. As long as it's grey squirrel, feel free. Oh, it's slippy. It's slippy. Every time you put the power down, it's like... Vroom. You got to see the this past Tuesday. Nice. I never do, Connor. Iceland, doppelganger. No plans to, Bob. Whiteland's now playing Counter-Strike, just saying. I don't know how you do I don't know how you do an emote of a stalker though. That wouldn't just look like a burglar. Do a spy instead of a stalker. You could do a picture of a window and have like, just like an eye, like looking around the window. What's next to Wally? Gollum. It's Gollum. My precious. Black coat, black hat and binoculars on Doyle. Baz, if you put black hat and a black clothes and binoculars on Doyle, you'd be like, you'd see about 4 pixels of Doyle. Oh, you wouldn't even know it was a dog. It would just, you could literally draw anything in under a hat and a black coat and binoculars. Yeah, plain spotted Doyle. Anyway, it does, not the stalker. No, Connie, you have to give the emotes in 3 different sizes. I think it's 24 by 24, 48 by 48, and no, hang on, or is it 32 by 32? I think it's 128 by 128. I can't remember.
Go straight on.
Have a look. It's 3 different sizes.
Happy anniversary.
28 by 28, 56 by 56, and 112 by 112. There you go. What Baz said.
Happy anniversary.
Sunny Dance, thank you for 10 months. I was a long time sub on your channel back in the day.
Go around
Time
the
back.
roundabout, second exit.
Welcome back, Sunny Dance. Good to have you back again.
Welcome back.
Zelaya
Take the
Actual
exit.
with a year. Happy anniversary, Zelaya. Ziljar, I should say. Ziljar.
Go straight on.
Nope, I haven't left Iceland yet, Bob. XF Euro 6. Shumi mod. No, I don't use eye tracking. Eye tracking is a terrible idea for a streamer. Yeah, track eye is working, Ozzy. I just had to restart the game.
Left turn ahead.
You like it, Callum? Bought it at Truckfest last year, I think it was.
Turn left. You'd think it would be ETS3 or ETS2 always updated. I don't think anybody knows the answer to that one. Personal feeling at the moment is they'll just keep updating ETS2. Like, they've got a formula and they've managed to grow the company to over 100 people in a few years, so it's obviously working, right?
So why would they change that? Maybe one day they'll, like, rename the game. Something like that. ETS 2020. Lol. What, just do a dovetail on the whole thing? Just bring out a new version of you. I think they should just change the game and call it SCS Truck Sim. And then put American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim just in the game. And effectively just expand, just have it anywhere in the world and just expand the map that you want. So if you want to drive in America, just buy America. You know what I mean? And just have one game. What do you mean, the resources? You wonder what the plans are with World of Trucks? I don't know. I mean, considering World of Trucks, you know, I interviewed them about World of Trucks years ago. And a lot of the ideas are still not even implemented. It's just not moving at the right pace. So I just don't know what the plan is. They could have done a lot more with World of Trucks. Not moving at all. Not really, they're just using it for like events and stuff. I'm surprised, Red Devil, they didn't take a lot of the stuff out of Scania Truck Driving Sim and put it into Euro Truck. You know, for people who buy the game and they want to go through, like, training missions. Because Scania Truck Driving Sim had some really good training missions in it. They just left it on the table. It's bizarre. Thank you for 7 months, JSPR. Sunny Dash just thought this would help. It's not much, but every little helps. I like the new rig setup and steering wheel and shifter. Any support's always appreciated, Sunny Dash. Thank you. Yes, we're in Iceland. Well, maybe Beaker. I don't know. Maybe there's like licensing reasons why, but yeah. They could effectively just redo that stuff though. I mean, there's nothing to stop them recreating a lot of the, you know, just car parks with cones and saying, right, you know, drive from here to here, reverse the truck in an S slalom into this bay. Like, you could easily do all that. You can't copyright that stuff. That's just generic stuff. And then they could just pick different places on the map and say, right, go from here to here. And it's got like coned off streets to make it narrow. And just do it like Scania's truck driving sim, where if you make contact, you lose points and that kind of thing. It's just not that hard to do. And it would help make people a better driver.
Happy anniversary.
Gamma 10, thank you for 29. ATS is a lot better with Washington and Oregon. Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Right turn ahead. Turn right.
In some interviews they had plans for training thingy, but there's always nothing specific. Well, the thing is, Connor, like, we've just, you know, people take holidays in summer. I'm sure a lot of people in their team take holidays in summer. Therefore, not a great deal gets done. Yeah, ATS really does need more trucks. It's just a real shame that they can't add the older trucks. You know, because the manufacturers are not interested in adding older trucks. They just want to sell their latest and greatest, so you can't have a lot of the old vehicles officially in the game. And quite often they're some of the most interesting ones.
Left turn ahead. Turn left.
Fire giant steps and release some mods as free. Yeah, but they've got to pay people salaries to build those models, and it takes months to build a truck. They'd have to spend months building it and then give it away. Who's going to pay those salaries?
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Bob 1303 from Denmark. Thank you for 2 months, Bob. Manufacturers are honestly ridiculous. Honestly, they really are, because they want SCS to pay them to put them in the game. That's how they're used to working. They don't see the benefit of putting their truck in a little trucking game like this. No, it didn't take a while for Mercedes to come around, Flopsy-doodle. It took a while for them to meet somebody at Mercedes. They couldn't get hold of the right people for a long time. And it was only by a chance meeting that it got sorted out. It's like steps are really overdone. Might be a photo here somewhere. Standard deep sunset. Farah, good evening. Triple CE, how are you doing? What's saying company charges free advertising? Because they're used to companies coming to them to pay them to license stuff. So, say you're a t-shirt manufacturer and you go to Peterbilt and say, hey, we'd like to make t-shirts with your Peterbilt logo on them. Or little model trucks with your Peterbilt, you know what I mean? Like, then the company says, well, okay, that's fine, but let's talk about what you're going to pay us. Like, how much are we going to make out of this? How much percentage to use our name, to use our brand? That's what they're used to. When SCS comes and knocks at the door and they say, hey, we want to put your truck in our game. And then the company says, well, how much are you going to pay us to license our truck and put it in the game? Well, nothing, because you get free advertising. What do you mean, free advertising? It's just a little truck game. How's that going to affect our sales of trucks? Because that requires them to think forward. Yeah. Well, hang on a minute. Like, young people who are driving in this game are next generation's truck drivers. Could be the decision makers one day. Maybe how you treat them now will affect that. But that's like, that requires forward thinking. Uh, 144 frame FPS monitor. Basically, Farah, a monitor that can draw 144 frames a second. Basically, it can change the image on the screen 144 times a second. That's what I meant by that. Well, no, Hertz is Hertz is a similar thing. It means Hertz is a frequency, isn't it? 144 Hertz means 144 times a second. So what it means by that is the screen can refresh 144 times a second. So if you're playing a game that can render an image 144 times a second, that monitor can keep up. If you've got a game that can render Counter-Strike 400 frames a second, the monitor can't keep up, because it can only do 144. That's what it means. A lot of gaming monitors are 60 or 120 for the faster ones. Like the real esports stuff now is up at 240. Hey Kenko. For trucking, it doesn't really matter. It only tends to matter when you're sort of playing shooters and that kind of thing. Competitive gaming, like faster frames can give you an advantage in a competitive game. Yeah, I mean, once you've played like a 120 or 144, it just feels like butter. Like going back to 60 feels a bit, but it's diminishing returns. You know, you notice the step from 30 to 60 way more than you notice the step from 60 to 120, which you then notice a lot less between 120 and 240. But, you know, if you're playing a flight sim, well, good luck. Five frames a second on your specky. Beaker, it used to do like inline changes to the video RAM. The whole concept of double buffering only came later. Oof. Oh yeah, especially in P3D. Just set your draw distance down to 20 meters, you'll be fine, John.
Go straight on.
Which then would you say is most realistic? In term, what? What are we talking here? Don't know, John, honestly. Remains to be seen what Flight Sim 2020 will be. We're coming down the east side of Iceland at the moment, heading down to the ferry.
Ahead. Turn left.
Well, we've just got this climb first. A climb, then a descent down into the town. Oh, that's slippy. Oof. That's all about momentum. Got a puppy on Friday called Milo. Yeah, my friend's got one called Milo. He's a very barky dog and he likes to chew everything. Recently chewed through his Apple AirPods. Actually, he chewed one of them. Left the other one. Obviously decided it didn't taste very nice. Well, at least it wasn't the latest generation, so at least he's got an excuse to go out and buy the latest ones. I think you're on the wrong game, floating goats, but yeah. Okay, that should be destination town. Any type of dish that you eat often? Oh, crikey. Honestly, don't know. Pizza? I probably eat pizza at least once a week. What's your hometown, Connor?
Turn ahead.
Tommy Tuckers. I haven't had a Tommy Tuckers in a while, actually.
Turn right.
Oh, Edinburgh. See, didn't take that long to get here. What's Tommy Tuckers? Just the finest kebab takeaway. In Essex, at least. Let's see. Well, we're definitely not going there. See, ironically, you could actually ferry it there, then drive down to Esbjerg, and then head over to Hull, and then drive down to Portsmouth. So, you know, that is doable. As opposed to driving to here, then taking a ferry. Is it Wick or Thurso? Thurso, isn't it? Into Thurso, and then driving all the way down through Scotland. 30 hours difference. Yeah, but I mean, how long would it take you to drive that much? Yeah, I'm not going to do it. The Scotland drive's nicer. Scotland drives much nicer. Sounds like the phone ringing, doesn't it? Diddity, diddity. Oh, you're back quick, Watchtower.
Turn left.
I remember when they redid all
Left
this
turn
in
ahead.
Promods. This one-way system came later on.
Turn left.
Lol, Baz. Grip sign. No way we're avoiding that.
Left turn ahead.
You opened a restaurant called Capstad. Lol.
Turn
What
left.
kind of restaurant is it, Capstad? Just got a new grill? Do you know what? I don't think I've used a barbecue once all summer. That's actually outrageous.
Make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn? You mad, bro? Need an upgrade to the sat-nav? Right, I need to go for a bio break. I shall be right back. Better do that, don't I? Otherwise it'll keep the clock ticking. Wait, make sure I don't knock the chair. I'm back. Chair is watching, lol. You posted the link to the grill. Hang on. Holy moly. The Pit Boss Memphis Ultimate Smoking Grill. Jeez,
Aye,
man.
aye, 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 aye.
How many people are you planning on feeding with that thing? Metaflex Dubs. Been a fan of Fawn since May 2014. Unfortunately, cannot subscribe due to financial issues, so hope this will do. Been watching to show my appreciation for a while, so there you go. So, Metaflex, mate. I always say, if you're willing and able, otherwise, you know, quite happy to have you here just watching. But thank you very much for the $2, Metaflex. It's your kind of barbecue. That's a monster, that is. Enough to feed all the Fromes. Like how it spawns the truck with the wheels on a ramp. Thomas Hudson, the cost of the ferry. This ferry company is very safe on health and safety for its safety announcements. You plan on doing some burgers on the charcoal side and possibly some fall off the bone ribs on the gas side with the offset smoker. I'm so coming to your house. Oh.